Hey, welcome back everyone. It is now July 2nd of 2020, and ever since the release of Star Wars: The Rise of Skywalker, a lot of fans around the world have been very intrigued about the future of the Star Wars franchise by Disney and Lucasfilm. This is Mike Zero. Make sure to subscribe if you are new to the channel for future Star Wars content. Now, the thing about Disney and Lucasfilm is that yes, we do know that they are in a phase of damage control and desperation. They are really trying their absolute best in order to really bring Star Wars to its fullest point. They really want to make it far better than the MCU, or at the very minimum, just as good as the Marvel Cinematic Universe, because of how successful they have really been on a consistent basis. And that's going to be a very tough thing for both Bob Iger and Bob Chapek to do, because in order to really get to that level, I would really have to say that you have to have new successful movies and TV shows one after the other. Not a lot of failures in the mix. Not a lot of movies that are going to do bad at the box office, or TV shows that do terrible at the ratings. You have to have a lot of success in the Star Wars brand in order to really make it work on the same exact level as the MCU, of course. Now, when we look at everything related to Kathleen Kennedy, this is nothing new. We do know that she's very incompetent over at Lucasfilm. She never really has been the best leader for Star Wars and everything Star Wars in general. And not just that, she has also betrayed creator George Lucas by promising him that she would take care of the characters back in 2012 or 2013, whatever it was in that interview, and then she just completely did a 180 on George Lucas and completely destroyed the character of Luke Skywalker by hiring director Rian Johnson for The Last Jedi. Now, when we go ahead and look at everything related to the new Star Wars universe, what's rather intriguing, of course, is that now that both Disney and Lucasfilm are finished with The Rise of Skywalker, they are focused on their new Star Wars trilogy of films, as well as the new Star Wars universe in general. Now, it's explained that behind the scenes, many changes are being made to the Star Wars franchise by Bob Iger and Bob Chapek in order to create a better and brighter future for the Star Wars franchise moving forward. However, Lucasfilm's Kathleen Kennedy is described to be having a major problem with the direction of Star Wars in general, and is said to have had many arguments with Dave Filoni and Jon Favreau on their direction of the Star Wars universe that will embrace a more authentic route for Star Wars to go in for the fans to enjoy around the world, which really isn't so much of a surprise because we have heard before in the past that Kathleen Kennedy really does not like Jon Favreau and Dave Filoni's direction of this new Star Wars universe, and how it's going to be free of identity politics and, of course, personal agendas. Now, Kennedy lost her creative control back in early January of this year after the Episode 9 box office results came in not as strong as The Last Jedi's, and that this was all the Disney CEO's decision at the time to strip her power, and Kennedy is said to have a major problem with all of this. Not just that, but also the two projects that Kathleen Kennedy is in charge of are said to now be in active development, and that is, of course, what she plans to have them released by Lucasfilm sometime in 2022 on Disney+, and wants to create a new Star Wars universe in general for fans that will follow Leslie Headland's new agenda on her new TV show for Disney+. Now, keep in mind that Kennedy plans to leave later this year that will go into full effect in 2021, but a lot of her work is going to follow into the hands of some of the shows that is within her contract that she has creative control over. This, of course, all lies within the Leslie Headland Star Wars TV show, and, of course, another untitled TV show that's going to be in animated form. So, Kathleen Kennedy, like I've said before, I really don't think that she's a great fit for Star Wars, and I'm very happy to see that obviously she's having problems with Dave Filoni and Jon Favreau, because it only reveals that she never really wanted good, real content for Star Wars, like actual, honest material that has that vision of George Lucas embedded within all of it. Seems as so that Kathleen Kennedy almost really betrayed George Lucas on purpose. I don't think it was accidental in any way, shape, or form. I think that she deliberately did this. And when we look at everything related to the pattern, right? We've seen the pattern of all the movies having reshoots, pretty much for the most part. You got Rogue One, you got Solo, you got The Rise of Skywalker. The Force Awakens was a little bit of an exception because, for the most part, it was a straightforward process, other than, Harrison Ford breaking his ankle or whatever it was. But besides that, Kathleen Kennedy obviously is really not a great fit for Star Wars, and we can see the problems that she has with many of these new creators that have come on board, and some of the other creators that got promotions like Dave Filoni and Jon Favreau entering into the Star Wars universe that's really going to give the fans a new take on Star Wars and to really evolve the franchise further than we have ever seen before. That's exactly what Disney wants. They want to give us a new take on the franchise and to really kind of make it bigger than the Marvel Cinematic Universe, with books, novels, comics, video games, movies, and TV shows all combined into one. So, like I've said before in the past, guys, you know, when we think about it this way, Kathleen Kennedy, I think the fact that she's going to be stripped out is only going to give us a better and brighter future for Star Wars in general, and that fans are really going to have a great time. So with that being said, guys, you know, drop a comment below. Let me know what you think about all of this in the comments. And if you guys did enjoy the content for today, do make sure to drop a thumbs up on this video to support the channel. I thank you all so very much for the kind support, and I'll catch you guys next time.
Gun in hand, we are alone again. From night to moon we hear them moans again.